being lazy doesn't fucking exist. Now, if you clicked on this video, you're probably like me, where you're like, oh, I don't know if I can do this, or I need to figure out a way to be more productive and be a guy who gets shit done and does all this shit that's been on my mind for the longest time, right? And you get caught up in this weird cycle where you're running around jumping from video to video, looking at different things and how you can be more productive and how you can, get more work done. How you're spending more time looking at these videos than you are actually doing anything or actually working on what you supposedly want to do. And then get frustrated when things inevitably don't turn out well. Well, yeah, I've been there. I've been in those time wasting, spirals of death where you just look at the clock and go, where the fuck did all the time go? And I'll tell you where it went. It went where you were actually interested. This is something I figured out, that laziness is not really a thing. It doesn't actually exist. Rather, it's about what you are currently interested, where your mind is actually at the moment. And lazy as a word is just a thing we came up with for not wanting to do shit that you don't want to do because you or society cannot accept that about yourself, that you don't want to do this shit that you're supposedly supposed to want to do. And this kind of feeds into the struggle of creating. Like, if you create stuff or make anything, and this is a very prominent aspect of your creative life, is just this feeling of, oh, I have this idea for this thing, but I really don't want to do it right now. I ain't feeling that shit at the moment. Yeah. And you get caught up in this fear of even taking action, because you don't know if this is the correct route you want to take for the day, or even worse, you're forcing yourself to do the shit even though every fiber of your being is screaming no, right? This was especially a big problem for me on YouTube, especially early on when I started off with the manga stuff, being that if you wanted attention, or if you want any attention, this kind of goes for any niche, well, you better be talking about all the shit that everybody else is talking about. Otherwise, you're not gonna get attention. And isn't that what all YouTubers want? Attention, eyeballs on our videos and all that shit, right? And you end up getting stuck in this weird paradigm, another weird paradigm, where you're doing shit you don't want to do for eyeballs, and inevitably you crash, you crack down, and you just collapse and you can't do it anymore, which I've been through already, because I don't have the sheer blunt fortitude and strength of will to keep doing shit that I don't want to fucking do, like so many other people on this platform. And this goes for not just YouTube, but any creative field in general. It's just doing shit you don't want to fucking do will frickin' break you. Which is why I think we really should reframe the idea of laziness. That you shouldn't look at it as being, oh, look at how horrible I am. Rather, you should look at it as your mind and your body telling you what it actually wants on a subconscious level. That instead of trying to push it down and trying to repress your actual desires, maybe there's a way you can map these desires or combine these desires in a way that will present the most productive or accurate means of success. And for me, that has been clearly outlined as just creating for myself, right? I know on YouTube, or this is the big thing I remember hearing when I started the YouTube channel, is that nobody fucking gives a shit about what you think or your thoughts or your opinion. All they care about is that you dance like a monkey and entertain them, or give them something of value. And you know what? That's fair enough, right? People all around have to spend time watching your videos, so if you're not offering anything that they personally feel like you can't offer them, then that's fine. But at the same time, just like how you are not entitled to their eyeballs, they are not entitled to your content. So first and foremost, the thing you have to do is just do what pleases you the most instead of trying to please an audience, which is the direction I'm going to be going in. And you'll find that you're just so much more happier in the long run. You may not be as successful, but you're gonna be happier. Now in the background of this video, I'm just playing some Senran Kagura and just chilling out and whatever, right? The reason why I chose this game in particular was that the thing that I find the most fascinating about Senran Kagura is that it is the sheer brute amalgamation of one man's love for action and ecchi just combined into one, right? And to me, this is fucking art. Like, this is motherfucking art. Now, some of you may laugh at that, but to me, what art should be and what art has always been to me is just a pure expression of a person's personal will, right? And just what it tells me about this person. It's another form of communication, like speech or writing. And in some ways, it's even deeper because it helps you understand on a deeper, more fundamental level where somebody is coming from, right? Which I think is why people are so fond of game developers, or at least for games they like, because those games and the message of those games, or just the ideas contained within them, have connected with people on such a deep and emotional level that it goes beyond words. That, and also I like titties. But other than that, it just kind of reminded me of Nick, right? And just the situation he's currently in, where he kind of doesn't want to make stuff, but kind of could, right? And he like deeply underestimates himself, and that to me is like another form of intrigue I have. And I might continue this in a part 2, just talking about the situation that Nick's in, which the term I've heard for it, and I did not coin this, right? I just heard it and I think it's hilarious. It's called brain crack, or the idea of I'll do this thing tomorrow, or I'll do this thing when I have X, Y, and Z, right? And nothing ends up getting done, right? So I'll hit up on that later on. And Nick's probably gonna watch this video and go, oh shit, the fuck? What are you talking about my brain crack for? Or some shit like that. But yeah, it's whatever. If you sat through all this, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I'll be seeing you next time.